We are in this race because about 59 years back in the early 60s, Kenya was in the Commonwealth or at the level with some other nations. And I'll mention nations we keep mentioning: Singapore, South Korea. They were not even better than us. We used to lend them money. But the only difference is that the leaders who took over and subsequent leaders chose the path of shepherding, kulisha, kuchunga, kugawia, uhaki, their nations. It was nothing else. As my father would have said when any of us came, my biological father number one, when any of us came number 2 or 3, they didn't come number 1, he would ask, he wasn't used to commending, that was that generation, he would ask, na yule alikuwa nambari moja, kwani alikuwa na vichwa viwili ama namna gani? The people of Singapore, the leaders who took over, and the leaders who took over South Korea, I would say like my father said, did not have 2 heads. They did not have 2 brains. They made decisions, and decisions that they were not going to eat the food of the sheep. They were not going to steal the food of the poor, the money of the poor, KEMSA, the money of the sick, the money of unemployed youth, national youth. And they were not going kukula nyasi ya kondoo. But they were going to look to preserve and look and take them to green pastures. For 59 years, we have known nothing else but woofing. And that's why, while Singapore and South Korea went this way, Kenya, that's a simple choice. Because consequently, the money that would have used for development, which we shall be submitting to you, and we are just taking the last 20 years, the last 5, 10, 15, 20. In our estimate as a Agano Party, we have our own workings which we have worked, and we will ask others to challenge us. We know the scarcity of truth in this nation has been unmanageable. We figured out that in the last 20 years, including the last 5 and the last 10, we have lost in this Kenya. It's somewhere, it's not completely lost. Not less than 60 trillion Kenya shillings. And we'll tell you how. As we say, Kenyans, this is the day that the Lord has made, and we shall be glad and rejoice in it. And as we say, God is good, and all the time, and that is, I welcome you to my manifesto launch with my running mate, so on behalf of Agano Party. We plead with you and apologize, just a little. We really don't need to apologize. We don't feel apologetic about it. That we were not able to take you to Bomas or Kasarani Stadium or KICC. The truth is, we couldn't afford it. But we brought you to where we can afford it. The other truth is, we are not state-sponsored. And we are also not using taxpayers' funds. Nor are we being sponsored by interest groups that want to mess the lives of our youth instead of thinking of how we first should rehabilitate them. On 12th December 1963, we, the nation of Kenya, gained our independence from colonialists. This is 59 years. Like any other country which obtained its independence then and now, our founding fathers and mothers had great dreams and visions for this country. That Kenya would be a nation of justice, peace, plenty, unity, and liberty. And integrity would tie them all. These English words translate into Kiswahili as uhaki, umoja, undugu, usawa, utajiri, na ukafungo, yale maneno ya kafungo na neno uwazi ama ukweli.